So about a month ago, I lost my favorite cleaning tool. My steam mop. And we had a lot of great times together. And I'm very sad about its loss. And we did have the funeral. It was a sad time. Unfortunately, right now is not the time to buy a new one, although I do have my eye on one. It's not the same as the one that I had, and although I did love you, my Bissell steam mop, loved you very dearly, I think I'm ready for something a little different, and I don't have the money for that right now. So as I'm waiting to get the money for a new steam mop, I've been using my O-Cedar, I think it was called the Power Mist. It's basically like a Swiffer wet jet, but you use your own cleaning solution in it. You don't have throwaway pads. They have reusable ones that you throw into the laundry and you can wash. I loved my Power Mist. But when that died about a week ago, I have just kind of let my floors go because I didn't know what to do. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I want to get another one of those Power Mists because that was my second one. And if I've already gone through two of them in the past about 5 years, I mean, there are worse things. It could have happened within a couple months. But I've had two within about 5 years. I don't know if I want to do that again. I don't know how sturdy it is. And maybe I should have looked outside of the O-Cedar brand. But I do really like O-Cedar. So I got something else. This is the O-Cedar ring thing. O-Cedar ring thing. It's a mop, basically. And it has a little spinny thing for you to wring it out. And I've seen people use this. Granted, there are people that bought the really fancy one. The fancy one is the one where you don't put your mop in dirty water ever. It has like a 2-tank system. And that one was pretty expensive. This one was only about 30 bucks. So I thought, let's give it a try. I don't think this will break as easily. We will see. I'm hoping. But as floor care is whew. Sometimes those kid toys just go off, and you probably didn't hear it, but in a different room, one of the toys went off, and there is not a child that is awake right now, so it went off on its own, and they just scare the crap out of me. I can't. What was I talking about? Floor care is a passion of mine. I would steam mop my floors every other day, if not every single day, which is probably why it died. So I thought it would be fun to document my transition to a mop. I used to be a custodian, so I had a mop with the classic janitor mop. I know how to use that. I used it all the time. This is a little different, but I'm excited to mop again. I haven't mopped in a very long time, just the Power Mist. So let's go get started on this. So I mixed together some really hot water and this floor cleaner that I got from Sam's Club. Do I love this 100%? Not sure. I've only used this in my Power Mist before. Maybe I'll have an epiphany, but obviously I've used quite a bit of it. It's like half gone. So it's okay. But it's not a miracle worker. But maybe my O-Cedar mop can make it a miracle worker. Ignore the mess over here. We're here for this. Okay. Whew! I'm too excited. All right, let's give it a go. And of course, I'm wearing my cleaning slippers. These things are amazing. Invest in these. I didn't think I'd ever put my feet that close to the camera. I think I might have used too much soap because the water is very pink. I don't know. We'll see. All right, and now I just press the foot pedal and lightly hold the mop. Ooh. Okay, I need to show you how lightly I'm holding on to this because I was confused how this was going to work at first. All right, so I've dipped. I'm putting it in here. And then very, very lightly. Can you see how I'm not even holding it? I'm just making it so it doesn't fall. And then yeah, it looks fairly wrung out. All right, here goes the first mop. Give it a spin. This part is so much fun. My power mist wasn't fun like this. So I had to go grab my really tall tripod so you could see the floor and the me doing the cleaning on the floor. Within that time that it took me to get the tripod, the floor was already dry, which tells me that it's wringing out really well. I'm getting the coverage that I want, and I'm getting the scrub that I want, which honestly you can't tell about the scrub unless you were here with me and you were scrubbing. You gotta be there. But as far as drying, and it's easy to push, easier than the mops were when I was a custodian. It's good. I like it. Enjoy this montage of me mopping. Last spot and my water is pretty dirty. I think I'm gonna have to do another pass with just water. I feel like it was still a little too sudsy. The last thing I have to do is underneath the table, which I'm kind of excited about because underneath, like right there, is really difficult for me to get with my steam mop and with my Pro Mist thingamabob. So I'm pretty excited because that's not a very well-loved spot. Let's go. Spin, spin, spin. I think I'm a pro at this now. Now, the one thing that's difficult is that you gotta kind of spread out the little hairs like that. Otherwise, I feel like the plastic kind of drags along the floor. But other than that, I really like the mop. I really like the spinning system. This is very exciting. This is one of my favorite things about the mop. On the handle, it has a little clasp thing for the mop, so you can just sit it like this. It's genius. See, look at how nice that is. Look at how nice it is to just have your mop chilling, not falling over, attached to the handle. I love it. I ended up mopping my kitchen, my dining room, and my hallway, and this is what the water looked like at the end of that. It was pretty dirty, especially considering how clean I think I keep my floors. I'm sorry, my kid's awake now, so you're gonna hear him in the background. He's very enthusiastically cooking in his play kitchen. So I decided to go over everything again because I felt like it was pretty soapy, and I did it with just water this time. And when I dumped this water, it was a lot clearer. And then I took my slipper socks off and I felt the floor with my bare feet for the first time. And I swear, I've never felt the floor so clean in my life. I feel like my feet are very sensitive to everything. Whenever I'm walking on the floor, I can feel the smallest crumb or the littlest just ickiness. That's why I do my floors so often, is because I can feel everything on my feet, and I love being barefoot. So putting things on my feet, not my favorite way to live. But this mop made my feet are happy. It's so clean. It may not look any different because I have that gray flooring. You can't really tell when it's dirty. Overall, I'm gonna give the spin mop a 4 out of 5. And I'm only docking 1 point because sometimes it was difficult to push the mop. Like you had to readjust where all of the fabric was laying out. Because sometimes the plastic kind of caught onto the floor. So you got to be careful, especially if you have sensitive flooring maybe, that it doesn't get scratched by the plastic. Take your time with it. You can't really go very fast. But other than that, I don't know if I need a steam mop anymore. I'm almost reconsidering it. I might just stick with the spin mop, and I might at some point upgrade to the one where it separates the clean water and the dirty water. because I really like this mop. This is a really nice. Thank you for joining me on my spin mop adventure, and let me know if you've ever tried the spin mop, if you have the fancy spin mop, if you love it, if you hate it, any and everything about that spin mop. I will be reading all of it. And I'll see you next time. Bye!